take advantage of that.
Rose, he's checked in for Levine. Grant cannot hit, so Utah will take it the other way. And George, here we go. Had the space there, but it's offline. The Bronx leading by 4. Here's Grant. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. And that's 13 points for Jaren Grant.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
The kick out to Hill. There's a good screen. They get a hand on it. Just 5 on the clock. Throws it up high.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And George, here we go. And Afflalo wide open. He shoots. Good on the three-point shot. Afflalo's got 5 now.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Count that one. 15 points for Jaren Grant.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Nobody near George. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Grant. Oh, he hits it. How about that shot?
Big time.
And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to grow, and he gives us... Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bronx.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
We've got Tyler Hansbrough, Trevor Ariza out there with Durant. Then it's Rose, and it's Levine in at the 2. And for the Jazz, we've got Nikola Mirotic. Afflalo is out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Covington in at the 3 spot. That one's good, and the Bronx lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Mirotic. Durant attacking. Launches it. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Mirotic, and he goes in for the dunk.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. A dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Timeout called, Bronx. Getting ready for the Bronx. Jordan, he's checked in for Hansbrough. Smith comes in for Trevor Ariza. Derrick Rose is checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Grant in for Patrick Beverley. And really deep through that time. Grant's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bronx.
You know, once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
No doubt. He is a threat from anywhere.
He lobs it up, and Smith with the stuff.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. Jaren Grant really making a difference here.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Smith checked in for Mirotic. Afflalo with it. Now defended by Grant, and that is good.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
From deep. Jordan kicks to Smith. Another shot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials. Just absolute domination in this one for Smith. He's got 8 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them. They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Smith the pass to Covington. They double him with Jordan. Smith dishes to Valanciunas. Bronx grabs the miss.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that. And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Afflalo kicks to Smith. Dishes it to Covington. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful 2-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And stolen by Redick. Pass to Covington. Rose with the block. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. Grant the pass to Rose. Smith for 3. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. That's 12 points for Smith.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Inside, Smith. And he banks in the layup.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
And Redick kicks to Covington. And Utah again with the bucket. The Bronx leading by 9. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And to the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. And this gives us a chance to look at the point guards who had the most success from the floor in the regular season. Jaren Grant, 3rd.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, you know, it's not a bad idea every now and then for them to go it alone.
Well, you know they're not going to do that, though. I mean, even as deadly as they are from the field, they're always looking to set up their teammates first. That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Nice ball movement there by the Bronx.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation. They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part, and I'm not talking about leading the column.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Valanciunas dishes to Redick. The drive by Smith.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Now, here's Grant from deep three-point range and released it in time, but it's up and a pretty tough.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The NBA playoff energy is in the air, and we're halfway through this game. For the Bronx, they've hung tough in what was a closely contested first half. If what we've seen in Game 1 so far is... That's going to do it for now, as the second half is just about ready to get started. We'll see you later.
Welcome back as we get set to continue our coverage of this round one playoff matchup. You look at Jaren Grant in this game, he's been everywhere.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet He adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
We've got Durant. Grant is out there with Smith. Then there's Tyler Hansbrough. And it's Jordan in at center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager. Grant the pass to Jordan, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Hill kicks to George. Passes it to Valanciunas. Hill has the open look. A three-pointer off the mark. The Bronx leading by 5. Durant attacking outside Jordan. Grant gets a wide-open look. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. And that's now 24 points for Jaren Grant. Here's Mirotic. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with two hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
And some changes here for the Bronx. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Durant. Zach LaVine comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Grant. Timeout called, the Bronx. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Mirotic. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. And it's Rose missing. George against Grant. Here's Mirotic, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Hill against Grant, and the wide open shot from Rose. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one. The dish to Mirotic. And Jordan sends it back. Fast break, the Bronx. Rose has got the ball. Rose can't get that one to fall. Nice ball movement by Utah. Pass to Blatch. Hill dishes to Redick. There's a screen. Shot clock at 5. From outside the arc. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Grant. Buries it down low. Grant's got 26.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and the Jazz call time here. Jaren Grant really making a difference here.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Kufis checked in for the Jazz. Flalo comes in for J.J. Redick. And George.
His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket. And you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Lots of room. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one.